Okay, YouTube, welcome back. This is Omicron 4, continuing the Final Fantasy V Four Job Fiesta Let's Play. Just to recap here, this is me playing through the game with only 4 jobs, basically. The Four Job Fiesta Twitter bot assigns 1 job from each crystal. You get those as you go, and those are the jobs you have to use. Can't use anything else. I've been assigned, as you can see here, Blue Mage, and I'm actually going to pull up on my phone here a little cheat sheet of places to go to get good blue magic. Blue Mage, as you Final Fantasy veterans probably know, allows you to use the skills that enemies use on you. I think Final Fantasy VII calls it enemy skill or something like that. So we're actually going to go back into the Wind Shrine for now, because I'm reading that apparently I can get a couple good enemy skills right from the beginning. And since this is all I can use until I get to the second crystal, I might as well make these characters as tough as possible. So let's see what we can find here. Maybe there's a chest or something I missed too that we could take a look for while we're waiting to get attacked. Black Goblin. Well, this is actually one of the enemies that we were trying to find. So I'm just going to have everybody defend and see if we can get him to use his Goblin Punch. Just like that. Alright, so if I understand this correctly, all we have to do is have it used against us and then survive the battle. And we learn Goblin Punch. Good. I believe that means every single character gets to use it. Let me see if I can... Yep, okay, so... Let's can use it. I believe Len is actually the one who got hit. But it looks like, yep, everybody can use it there. Awesome. Let's see if it says what it does besides just hitting people. MP cost 0. Well, that's pretty good. Let's see if there's anything else here before I head out. Let's see, Goblin Punch. Old winds use arrow. Well, let's see if we can find some mold winds in here. This will also be good experience. Ooh, we'll go ahead and save since we got lucky on that Goblin Punch. I mentioned last time, I'm kind of a nervous saver, which I think in a challenge run like this is probably a good habit to have. Here's a battle. White Snake. Ah, chest, that's how we get to it. And a leather helmet. Let's go ahead and equip that. Give it to Lena. I think she's earned the right for distinguished service in that last battle with the goblins. Learning that new enemy skill, or blue magic, as we call it in Final Fantasy V parlance. Another White Snake. Must be 80s night. Nice thing about Blue Mage is that I get all these nice enemy attacks to use, but I can also equip weapons and armor and stuff like that. I'm not sure if they can go full plate mail or whatever, but they can definitely hold a shield. It's much better for survivability than something like a monk. My friend who's doing this run through is stuck with monks at the moment, and he's definitely feeling it. Get as the Twitter bot for the Four Job Fiesta says, you get a ton of gil, but nothing to spend it on. No armor, no weapons. Ah, here's the mold. Let's have everybody defend. Actually, here's what we're going to do. We're going to kill them, except for one. So I don't accidentally die. Defend for a bit, and hopefully something good will happen. Ooh, that's arrow. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's got to go down fast. I wonder if I actually get the skill if the character died. And it looks like you do. Okay, that's good to know. So it looks like as long as a blue mage gets hit with it, and somebody survives to win the battle, it looks like you will be okay. Alright, well, I have heard that tents are actually cheaper than Phoenix Towns, so we're just going to use a tent to revive butts here. If we don't get a nuked right here, I don't think we will. And that reminds me, I should, while I'm here, test out these blue magics and see how they work, see how effective they are. If arrow is as effective on the enemies as it was on me right then I'd say it's going to be pretty formidable. Right, we're at our magic fairy circle here. And hopefully this will bring butts back to life. What a good night's sleep usually does for me. And he's up. Nice. Alright, let's save one more time here. Let's see what we can do. Let me check real quick if there's anything else here. This has been very profitable so far. Ooh. If we go back to the pirate cave, remember that was, I think, the first dungeon we went through, we can get Bloodsuck. Alright, well let's give that a try. Already saved. If we get attacked, we will use the enemy skills and see what happens here. You can use Goblin Punch. 28. Not actually sure if that was better or worse than normal. Alright, very glad I took the time to go back in there. And again, this is a challenge run, so expect me to do lots of backtracking or whatever I need to do to make my characters survive, because I don't have the luxury of White Mage or some of the heavier hitters. For now, I just have what you see here, the blue mages. I'm not actually sure if I can get back in the pirate cave. Maybe. Aha! Where do you punks want? Let's try arrow. 4 MP. And it is totally worth it. Oh my goodness. Nice. I think we might be able to make it. If we can keep getting enemy skills, I think we can do this thing. Well, that's interesting. They actually wrote in a little scenario here in case you come back. I wonder if we will find Boko. He's not hurt. let's compare here. Goblin Punch, I think that one was 40 damage. It doesn't do as much. I have to look up and see exactly what that does. Maybe it's like a... I want to say in other games I've played, the Goblin Punch is like a random damage thing. Like it can be really, really good or kind of suck. Speaking of suck, I think these guys actually do blood suck, I believe. So we're going to kill one of them. Maybe. There we go. And we'll just defend and see if we can get our blood sucked here. Seal that. Ah, there we go. Vampire. I believe that is blood suck in this fan translation. Actually, I was just tonight listening to the Retronauts podcast of or concerning Final Fantasy V. There we go, Vampire. Awesome. Observe. I think that is a skill that other classes can use, or an ability. I'm not going to switch jobs, but I believe what Observe does is lets you use, or lets you learn enemy skills that are used against you while you're another class. So if I was to make a knight, I could have a knight that also learns blue magic when he's attacked. Of course, that doesn't do me any good because I'm only using blue mages for right now. It may come in handy later, but for right now, it's all blue magic all the time, baby. But as I was saying earlier, the Retronauts podcast, they're a group of guys that talk about old games and gaming history and pretty good stuff. They were talking about how the fan translation of Final Fantasy V was actually one of the first fan translations. This was back around the mid-90s, I guess 96 or something like that. The game had been out in Japan. The Americans were aware that it had come out, but we didn't have it. I guess nobody in the West had it. So a fan translation happened. Since Square wasn't about to put the game out officially. And I remember, I guess that's about the time I played it myself for the first time. I mentioned in my first video I played it for about 5 minutes or so, got through that little introductory scene, realized this was the real deal. This was a real Final Fantasy game, and it was just like magic. It just blew my mind. It was too much for me, and I immediately cut it off and said, I've got to wait for an official translation or something. I'm too pure. I can't sully my purity with this. I was kind of strange about Final Fantasy back in the day. And then of course I waited for the official version, and it came, the PlayStation version, which a little bit laggy, not the best version. Honestly, I think the best version is probably the emulated version that you see right here. GBA version I've tried on emulator, the re-release for the Game Boy Advance, it's okay. It plays about as smoothly as this does, has an official translation, obviously, this was officially released. But a lot of people say the translation is not as good. I mean, I think it's probably more professional. It's just kind of goofy and takes a little bit of creative license. And they're the big reason I didn't stick with it was simply the sound effects. The sounds are awful because you're sort of emulating an emulated version or something of it, I guess. And the GBA's hardware just, for whatever reason, could not handle the SNES sound effects. The sound fonts are a bit different in places. The sound is kind of scratchy. It's just not fantastic. Well, let's see here. Oh yeah, we don't have to hide from the pirates this time. His wounds treated in bed. Oh, so he is here. Well, I'm glad we made this little detour. I was not even aware this was in the game. I wonder if that is what that switch does. gonna feel like a genius if this works. Alright, Daddy needs the contents of those chests. Oh yeah! Look at that! I have a quote-unquote tent, some ether, and some gil. I like how the gil's not in quotation marks, but the rest of it is. Like, did I really just get a tent and some ether? That doesn't sound like a good combination. Oh, there he is. Cute. Sleeping in a bed. Silly bird. Herb. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Oh, poor Boko. Better take care of him, old man. He'll break your bones. Alright. Well, you seem like a good person, so I will entrust my bird in your care. And walk through your beds just to send a message. Let's see. I can't remember if this game hides anything in pots or crates or stuff like that. I do like how they run away if you get all up in their business. What's this all about? Nothing, I guess. And again, apologies if you're like an expert on this game and know where all the secrets are and you're just tearing your hair out watching me play this and oh no, you missed something over there. If it's really huge, I guess you could let me know in the comments. I will be using guides for some of this, as I've already started to, with the blue magic, because there's just no way, I think, without me spending like 100 hours on this game, just grinding through everything, that I'd find a lot of this stuff. So I think it's fair. Fair to be able to use that. And it's worked out for us. We've got 3 great skills. Vampire, Arrow, and Goblin Punch. Don't know what they all do, but we got them. And it's a heck of a lot better than just punching stuff. And perhaps even more importantly, we discovered the fate of Boko. You know, I don't remember that from the time I played through this little bit on the PlayStation. I guess I had missed that. Because there's really, I guess, no reason to come back here. Which is really interesting then that they wrote a little bit into this scenario for it. I guess they thought if anybody comes back, it'll be to pick up Boko, because the characters just completely forget about him. I guess they figured he'd just find his way back home or something. I hear horses do that. I guess the chocobo's like a horse. There we go. Yeah, pumped up. Let's skedaddle. Well, we got one more battle apparently. Really nice seeing the graphics in this game. They're simple, they kind of tell a story, like each character has a different design. You know, they're all blue mages, but they all look like different blue mages. They're all dressed slightly differently. And the way they're different kind of sort of begins to tie in with their personality maybe, or you know, as much as you can with graphics of this era. But this game really seems like it was ahead of its time in a lot of ways. Or maybe very much of its time, I don't know. Definitely good. Alright, let's get back in our ship here. And last time we were trying to go from the Wind Shrine, which is up here. I believe our next destination. Let's see what happens here. Now's gates are locked. Assuming finding the key is going to be the key. Might be the place. Do a quick nervous save here. Here. Me too. Yes. If only because I think there is some, stuff we can get in here. Why did I have to close my eyes for that? It's like a super secret, like, dude, all we did was walk, like, 10 feet over here. Close your eyes! Sure. Alright. Give me stuff. That's some good life advice there. Yep. You know, I wonder if my blue mages should be in the front or the back. Because technically they can use pretty good gear, like I said, shields and swords and stuff like that. It's not like they're traditional mages with rods and stuff like that. So I'm wondering if I should just have them in the front. Might try that for a while. If I start to notice that they're dying a lot or taking too much damage, I might switch them to the back. But otherwise, I think we'll keep them right where they are. Right. Thank you for your contribution. There's a present for me inside this box. That's what I thought. How is it an attack from behind? I, like, open the box with my hands behind my back or something? I guess it's supposed to just mean that I'm surprised. Ooh, that was actually worth it. Let's give him to Galuf, since I don't think he's got much else going for him right now. Not applicable to me. Would you like to hear about a few of the more complicated abilities? No, because I'll probably never get to use them. Oh yes, I know all about that from my misspent youth. As I think I mentioned last time, when I used to play Final Fantasy games as a kid, I ran from every battle. And it makes the game super hard. Like, if you're looking for a challenge run, that's actually the challenge run. Don't fight anything but the bosses, and just see how hard you get your ass kicked. It is incredible. Tavern. Hey, Lena's cute. For a sprite. Whoa. Hey. You drank all of your beer. Didn't say anything about the whiskey. Special service. Woo! Rated M for mature. That's the real reason this game couldn't come out in the US. I don't think you have to peek when they're, you know, on stage, buddy. I think they're okay with you watching. Got better at the piano. Play some funky tunes. Ah, let's spy on the captain. Now for the Ferris Bueller music. That little sound effect always reminds me of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Which is appropriate, because this person's name is Ferris. I feel like this scene would be really creepy in a modern game. Like, I don't think you could pull this off with photorealistic graphics and it not be kind of creepy. I think you can get away with it if it's just cartoony sprites, but yeah, I don't know about that for anything more advanced looking. That's why I'm interested in the Final Fantasy VII remake they're doing. Some of the scenes in there's like the all the stuff in the market in Midgard where you're like, you have to take a bath with the leader of a gym, so he'll give you his cross-dressing gear or something, so you can sneak into Don's place and, yeah, get picked as his girl for the night. Like, I don't know how that's gonna work with, like, good graphics when you can really tell what's going on. There's a lot of innuendo there that I think really worked better when you couldn't tell exactly what was going on. Ah, so Warus over there is where the water crystal is, and we have to get through that gate. Which we kind of figured. It's a little sexist. Misogynist monster. I could make the case that all misogynists are monsters. Let's see here. Don't forget me. So they can use it. I guess that's what I want. Can't use that. They could use Rod. Probably going to be doing more physical attacks for now until I learn some blue magic. So I think... Let's see. We had a Rod. Maybe that was... We've all got Zorro masks, so I'm sure a sword will work just fine. Actually, just as an experiment here. Probably regret this, but I'm gonna blow a little money on a rod and see if the game prefers that as the optimum equipment. It's a little confusing because it is a mage, but not really, you know? So optimum rod, my magic goes up, but only by 1 point, it looks like, and my attack is like halved. So to me, that's not really worth it. Looks like part of the beauty of the blue mage class is the versatility. So I think for now we'll just stick with the broadsword. Let's see if we can armor up here. Got any freebies for me, old man? Nope. All right. Well, let's see what you got. Leather shields. We probably need 3 of those. We've only got 1 already. That'll be good. Helms. Need 2 of those. And we already have 4 of the, I guess they're jerkins or something. Okay. Let's equip all this stuff. Keep trying to hit the shoulder buttons to tab through my party here, but apparently it doesn't work that way in this game. I do need to remember to equip Ferris. Once Ferris comes back to the party permanently, stops getting that drink on. Right. See what's in this town. Zock's house. Zock sounds like a Superman villain or something. Whoa! That was a surprise. Zock! General Zock! Pretty spry for an old man. Where will the night take you? Sounds like a flashback to me. I guess that's Daddy Butts. Huh. So it looks like our Butts does have a backstory. Tragic backstory at that. He did have the key after all. Alright, morning suddenly breaks. Great. Let's see what he has to say. Please be very careful. Got anything in your pots before I go? Anything I can steal? Got a nice little room. Let's walk in his bed. Yep, there we go. I'm probably not going to be this thorough for most of the game. I'll burn out of it pretty quick, I'm sure. Is there any way back here? Do I really care? Ooh! I don't think I can buy those either. Nice! Okay, so in the beginning, it might be worth it. Look around. I mean, I wouldn't say no if you were just to say, hey man, here's some nice leather shoes. Actually, I need some new leather shoes. What's that? It's a suspicious bush, and I always like to stick my butts into suspicious bushes. There was some phoenix down in there. When I was a kid, I used to think it would be Phoenix Downs. I guess I probably still say that, although if we're talking about actual bird feathers here, you wouldn't say Phoenix Downs, you'd say Phoenix Down, I believe, like a down pillow. A little bit of trivia there for 1 in the morning. Alright, hurry up. Get back in the group. Give you some stuff. Yeah, let's have a whole pirate crew. Let's just storm this game. Captain! Oh, Captain, my Captain. That was a long moment of silence there. Goodbye, pirate crew. Barely knew ye. Okay, before I forget, Ferris needs a lot of new stuff. Alright. Save. Okay. Alright, and take a look at the time here. I think for YouTube reasons, we're actually going to cut this video out here. I will experiment with doing longer videos, but while I'm still trying to get everything straight with my recording equipment, getting kind of a system down, I think I will kind of stick to the 30 minutes, so in case I screw something up, I don't have much to re-record, which actually happened to me today. So I think this will be where we call it for now, and I will make a playlist for this, so if you are interested in seeing the whole thing, be sure to check that out on my YouTube channel. And remember, this is for charity. This is for the Child's Play charity, so I will leave the link in the description, and I encourage you all to donate some money to them. That's a very good charity that provides games and entertainment and all kinds of stuff for kids who are in hospitals and shelters and otherwise not able to live a normal childhood. So that's pretty awesome. And again, this is the Final Fantasy V Four Job Fiesta. It is a challenge run. I'm so glad you joined me. My name's Omicron4, and I look forward to seeing you next time.